Before we get started with today's video, I definitely want to take some time to thank my friends over at So Avant-Garde. All right, so Avant-Garde is a place where you can go online, type in the website, and you have a plethora of fragrances from the niche world. Now, niches can be intimidating, so sample, and they have those discovery sets as well. Head over there, look around, shop around, and save you some money by using the code DEDRICK20 on anything on So Avant-Garde. And it's definitely something where, if you really elevate your fragrance collection or get into something new or tap into another level as far as quality goes, hey, So Avant-Garde has you covered. All right, so head over there, use DEDRICK20, save anything, get anything over there except mind games. Don't worry. You can head over to mindgames.com and use DEDRICK10 for 10% off anything on mindgames.com. All right, so save you some money, explore, see what you discover, and let me know down below in the comments if you rock with anything. All right, appreciate y'all. Let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What's happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. I know how we rock out here on this channel. Positive vibes only, all right? No negativity whatsoever will be tolerated on this channel, all right? It's a place where everybody can come and have a good time and enjoy the conversation about what I love and what you love, and that is fragrance, all right? So, I've put out some content for the office, right? Fragrances for the office a few times, and the last one that I put out, I received a few comments and emails of like, one specifically email said I should have copied it and had it ready, but bro, I need something that's gonna give me compliments in the office, bro. And I'm like, okay. And then I got another comment saying, hey, what's some fragrances that I can wear to the office that can get me compliments? So I don't think I had done a video specifically for compliments while in the office. So here we go. So this is really for the Smell Good family members, the viewers, who are requesting fragrances that I would recommend that would give you a pretty good shot of getting some compliments while in the office. All right, so here we go. I have 8 of them here today. I've received compliments wearing all of these fragrances to the office at some point in time, and here we go with the recommendations. All right, up first from the house of Yves Saint Laurent, we have YSL Y, the EDP. YSL Y, the EDP. This is the probably the most popular out of the entire line, and rightfully so. This stuff is bold. It is strong. You get a nice presentation of apple, aldehydes, geranium, just a fruity bomb. That's what you get here, and it's very blue. It's very blue. You only need a couple of sprays here, but every time that I've worn it to the office, and it hasn't been many, but I remember the last time specifically I was at the copy machine and I was making some copies, getting ready to head back to my office, and one of my coworkers stopped me in my tracks and said, whatever that is, I smelled it all the way down there, and I just had to see who was wearing it, and I should have known it was you, because I'm the cologne guy at work, right? So major conversations came from this fragrance for sure. So some of you out there watching might already know this already. YSL Y EDP is a compliment magnet, and in the office, it could pay dividends. So YSL, Yves Saint Laurent's YSL Y EDP, there's a great chance, not guaranteeing anything, great chance that you could definitely receive a compliment while wearing it to the office. Up next, if I had to guarantee any fragrance on here that could guarantee to get you a compliment, this probably would be it, even more than YSL Y EDP. From the house of Paco Rabanne, even though they're going by Rabanne these days, we have 1 Million the Parfum. 1 Million the Parfum. Now, admittedly, I haven't worn this this one that much as of late, but when I was wearing it, I specifically remember an immediate rush of individuals when I walked into a meeting telling me, boy, you smell good. Oh, you smell good. Like I was just coming through to have a seat to the meeting. And then after the meeting, I was told that I smell good. It's a sweet floral combination here. The tuberose gardenia combo, I believe in here, is really popular in this fragrance, but the sweet tones in here from the 1 Million, the original, resonate for sure. It's just something that's just very delightful. It's very pleasant on the nose, mass appealing. It wears like a parfum, has some density to it, a little bit more body to it. But all in all, it's a 1 million fragrance, right? It's a 1 million fragrance, and it works. And in the office setting, if you want to be disrupted, or there's a potential for you to be disrupted with conversations about what you're wearing, then wear this, or any of them from the 1 Million house. We from the Parker Rabanne 1 Million house, we have 1 Million, the Parfum. I gotta give this another run. I haven't worn it in quite some time, but we need to do so. All right, moving along to another one that I personally love. This is my second favorite from the line, but each time that I've worn it to the office, I've definitely had conversations. From the house of Azzaro, we have the Most Wanted Parfum. This is stellar stuff. I like this better than the EDP and the original. The only one I like better is the Wanted by Night flanker, which is sadly discontinued. You get a bourbon vanilla here. It smells like grape soda in the air, like in the like when you first. Yeah, it gets like a grape soda feel, but there's bourbon vanilla here. Oh, it's so good, like a bourbon vanilla. That there's a vetiver tone to this, like a soapy, clean vetiver tone to this as well. But the bourbon vanilla really shines in this fragrance for sure. You get that wanted. It smells so good. You get that wanted DNA that really stands out. But to me, this one is a little bit more refined. Just a little bit more refined. It's a little bit better than the rest of them, except the Wanted by Night. But sitting in the office, this is mass appealing at its finest. But it also has a little bit of touch of, I ain't gonna say uniqueness, but it gives off a different spin than all the others. And that's what I like about this one the most. So compliment heavy, conversation starter. You want compliments in the office, then wear this. From the house of Azzaro, we have the Most Wanted Parfum. The Most Wanted Parfum. This is a good one here. I really enjoy this for sure. All right, up next from the house of Valentino, we have Born in Roma Coral Fantasy EDT. EDT. This is great. You get this spicy red apple and this tobacco and this cardamom. With this is a lavender freshness overall, but the red apple really stands out here. The cardamom and the tobacco really do a nice dance here. And I wore this when it first came out. I wore it a lot within like the first couple of months. And shout out to some of the young ladies at the job. I'd walk by there. Oh, what is that? What do you want? I need to get that for my husband. Oh, I need to get that for my boyfriend. I wonder if my boyfriend has this. And, they wanted to get these as gifts for their dudes because they just really enjoyed how this one came off. I've recommended this to several of the fellas at the job, and they wear it. They wear it to work. They wear it to work. The DNA is really, really nice. The Valentino line is just one of those mass appealing, great on the nose type fragrances. And the Born in Roma, Born in Roma Coral Fantasy division. I like this better than the Intense. To me, this is better. So the original trumps that. Compliment getter, conversation starter, sweet, fruity, slight spice with the cardamom apple tobacco feel, but it's really, really good for sure. From the house of Valentino, we have Born in Roma Coral Fantasy EDT. Really good stuff here. Compliment magnet for sure. All right. Up next, we're going to go to the Middle Eastern house. This is a beautiful, spicy vanilla type of fragrance here, and it just works. From the house of Rasasi, we have Daarej Pour Homme. Daarej Pour Homme, get that in focus. Yeah, so you get a nice vanilla, cardamom. There's a cumin touch in here, kind of gives it a almost kind of like a dryness and earthiness to this one as well. This really performs really good. Great atomizer there. When I first got this in, I wore this a lot to the office, man. Blended very well. It's had time to macerate and sit over the couple of years that I've had it. But this is great to the office, man. It has the right amount of sweetness, but it also has like a dryness to it as well. And it just really works. The vanilla never really gets carried away, but it's definitely a compliment magnet. Another one that I've had conversations and recommended with this particular fragrance. You can get it for a great price online on discounters. I don't know really about where you can get samples from. I'm sure there's some available, but this one right here, I'm telling you, fellas, it works. From the house of Rasasi, we have Daarej Pour Homme. Daarej Pour Homme. Really good stuff here. You get the dent. Your boy done put in some work for sure. All right, next up, I know some of you are gonna want clean and fresh, right? So we always talk about the Prada, we always talk about the Dior, but this is the one that's rising the charts for a great office environment fragrance for sure. From the house of Brioni, we have Bvlgari Eclat EDP. Love that frosted bottle. This is right up there with the Dior and up there with the Prada fragrances. Fresh and clean, beautiful soft musk, grapefruit. There's like a touch of saltiness here as well. But all in all, it's fresh and it's clean. There's a touch of floral rose touch in here, a touch of fresh rose, like drizzled on the musk and the grapefruit. But this just works for the office. Inoffensive, clean, has a nice build for the office. And this is one that compliments come from. I just wore this recently, like 2 weeks ago, and got 2 compliments wearing this fragrance in the office settings. Most of the times when I go to work, I'm trying to stick to either clean and fresh or kind of go along on a masculine, lean on the masculine side of things. But every once in a while, I like to tap into these more fresher, cleaner, maybe even slightly sweeter style of fragrances. But when we're talking fresh and clean, Bvlgari Eclat needs to be in consideration. Get some samples, get your nose on it. This stuff is fire. From the house of Brioni, we went with Bvlgari Eclat, the EDP. Really good stuff. All right, let's go back out into the inspired by clone world. From the house of Armaf, this stuff is fire. We have Club de Nuit Intense Man limited edition parfum. Those are my masculine guys out there who want to keep that vibe. You want a sense of uniqueness. You want a sense of you want that vibe out there. That if you walk by somebody, they smell you wearing this, that somebody's gonna be like, oh, okay, who is that? That must be the boss. That must be one of the head guys. And that's what this provides. Inspired by, of course, Creed Invictus, the king, so to speak, of fragrances, but Armaf did a great job with this one. This is my favorite from all the Club de Nuits. You get that citrusy, lemony opening, that tardiness from the black currant, your birch, your musk, your earthy tones with the oak moss. You get all of that here with this fragrance at a really good quality. You can get this for around 50 to 60 bucks. And it holds weight, and the performance and everything like Creed Invictus does. Or you want to spend that 400 on Invictus, and you get a little bit more. You get a little bit more of a factor with that, but you're not missing out with just rocking this at all. So great purchase. I'm almost out. If I had to guess, I probably got like a quarter left. I can't see, obviously, but I've worn this a lot in the past 2 years. It's just really, really good, man. And it really hits right where it needs to be, man. If you are a fan of that Creed Invictus DNA, but you just don't want to pay that price. So for the office, compliments, absolutely, absolutely. This works. From the house of Armaf, we got Club de Nuit, limited edition, Intense Man. Good stuff. And last but not least, another one from the house of Rabanne. We got Paco Rabanne's Invictus Platinum. Invictus Platinum. Why this one instead of the original? Well, this one adds a little bit more. Oh my God, that absinthe note There's a touch of mintiness in here as well. You still get that Invictus DNA with that sweetness, that bubblegum sweetness in here. It's just different than the others. It's different than the others, and it's a compliment magnet. I am more than halfway, probably right at halfway with this bottle. And when I first got it a couple years ago during the spring, I was getting complimented every time that I wore this fragrance. Now, I have to say, just because I've been complimented on these fragrances doesn't mean that you will. It doesn't mean that you will. And compliments, it takes more than just a fragrance. The way that you're dressed, the way that you're groomed, the way that you present yourself, that all has something to do with it. And when I wear Invictus Platinum, it increases those chances of somebody might want to pay attention to if I even have something on or what I smell like. And this is good performance, it's stellar. This is my favorite from the entire line. Yes, it is my favorite from the entire line. It is fire. Invictus Platinum is one of those ones that could get you a compliment or a conversation. From the house of Paco Rabanne, we have Invictus Platinum. Invictus Platinum, fire stuff for sure, all right? So that's going to wrap up the 8 fragrance recommendations for those out there wanting compliments when you're in the office. Again, these, I can't guarantee compliments, and just because I've gotten them wearing these, that doesn't mean that you will. So make sure you're groomed, make sure you're dressed well, make sure you're put together right, and doing your best to speak well and all of those things that could contribute to somebody wanting to have a conversation about what you're wearing. If you don't do that, then you only have, you only can blame yourself. So put that work into yourself and watch it come back to you for sure. All right. So y'all let me know, man, what are some of your recommendations for compliments to the office? I know we got Dior Sauvage and the Blue de Chanel's out there, but I want to switch it up a little bit, but y'all let me know what are some of your recommendations for sure. All right. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the video today. Until next time, y'all be cool, y'all be safe, y'all take care of yourselves. Y'all know what it is, man. Positive energy and positive vibes. Splag it up, splag it down, splag it that thing all around. And remember, what you put out to this world is exactly what you are going to get back. That's for sure. All right, cool. Splag.